The Crown Vic, the most disrespected but respected car of all time, in my opinion, in this part 2 of how to tune your amplifier. Boom.
Take RCAs going from the head unit to the input section of the amplifier. Now we already know, we're going to say for testing purposes, that this is a 2 volt AC coming out of this at 36 volume. So that's how we know that we're clean coming out of the radio, 2 volts, 36 volume. Then we go to the amplifier here. Everything should be set all the way down. Your master should be on, so it should say output master on. Now, the first thing you want to do is go to your low pass filter. A lot of people say you want to set this to 80 hertz. You can see here we have 35 and 250. There's no 80 on there. So you want to make an educated guess. So you could turn it up probably about there. That should be approximately 80, maybe a little bit more. It's not going to really hurt everything if you got your EQ set on the radio to filter out anything above 80 hertz. So now, bass boost, 0, subsonic, 10, and gain, we can see here, 6 volts, 0.2 volts. So 6 volts all the way down, 0.2 volts all the way up. If we're getting a 2 volt clean signal coming out of this, where are we going to want to set this gain? So that's where you will need an O-scope or a DD1 in order to get it perfectly dead on every single time. If you're just a beginner and you want to just tune your amp, you know, to try to get the most out of it without hurting anything, you're going to want to turn this up to about, let's see, so we say 6 is all the way down, we'll say 4 is about there, and we'll say 2 is probably about there. So you can see here, I have it almost, it thinks it's at 0, but it's actually all the way up here. So we're right about here at 2 volts. So 0.2, you know, we should be about 1 here and maybe 2 there. If you think that it's too much, or your sub starts smelling, or your sub is getting hot, then that means that this gain is too high up. This gain is not a volume knob. All it's doing is amplifying the voltage coming out of your radio, which is 2 volts, amplifying that 2 volts, and then giving you output of the amplifier at whatever ohms that you're at. So, we're going to say that's approximately 2 volts right there. Now,
Stay tuned for part 3.